Amid the pandemic, there is a lot of restrictions that have been imposed across several cities in order to curb any kind of super spreader events. So gatherings across different parts of the country have been stopped. Let's get you live updates from what's happening across different parts of the country. Let me first go across to my colleague Meher, who's joining us from Delhi, where a night curfew has been imposed for 2 days, 31st as well as 1st. Between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. Meher, what more can you tell us?
Yes, Rishika. The Delhi Disaster Management Authority passed an order yesterday imposing a night curfew in the city for today, the 31st, and tomorrow, the 1st. No more than 5 people will be allowed to gather in a public place, and no New Year celebrations will be permitted between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. both tonight and tomorrow night. The DDMA is worried that large New Year's parties will become super spreader events, as you said, and especially considering the worry regarding the mutant virus, which spreads faster. 8 positive cases out of the 20 that were detected in all of India were in Delhi. But it is important to note that it is that no restrictions are imposed as of now on interstate and intra-state travel under the curfew. So it's unlikely that travel will be curbed. Back to you.
Right, Meher, appreciate you for joining us for the very latest. So today and tomorrow, curfew in the national capital from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. No events for New Year celebrations have been permitted. No more than 5 people can gather in public places, but no restrictions yet have been imposed on intra or interstate movement. That's crucial for those living in the national capital region. Appreciate you, Meher, for joining us for the very latest from Delhi. Let's take you to Mumbai now. Mumbai is all set to witness once again a very low-key New Year celebrations with the Maharashtra government that's directed people to celebrate within the confines of their homes. There won't be any late-night parties in public places, but people can visit their friends and families provided it's a small group and social distancing is maintained. Purva Chitnis joins us from Mumbai. Purva, what's December the 31st going to look like in the maximum city?
Well, in fact, the state government released a directive 3 days ago itself where they had said that this time there won't be any late night parties and the curfew will be in place from 11 p.m. until 6 a.m. And this curfew is going to be there until 5th of January. So basically the curfew restrictions are in place, so which means that the hotels, bars and pubs will have to shut down by 11 p.m. And the state government said that it's not that you cannot party at all. You can obviously go and visit your friends and family, but in public places, especially, in Mumbai, where there are these iconic places like Gateway of India, Marine Drive or beaches, there should not be any gatherings. So a gathering which means 5 people or more is prohibited. And also if you're traveling, like, if you're traveling after 11 p.m. in your own car, then that is allowed provided you have 4 people inside, like, less than 5 people inside your car, then that is allowed. But any gathering, even in your homes and even in your terraces, if you are doing any kind of party, the gathering should be done with enough social distancing, and a small group should be there, which is less than 5 people. So such kind of restrictions are in place, and hotels and restaurants have to shut down by 11 p.m. The public places like beaches, parks and Marine Drive and Gateway of India, police patrolling will be there. There will be strict restrictions of not many people to gather, because normally for fireworks and for celebration of New Year's, these are the places where people gather. So that is not allowed this time.
So all efforts there being made in order to prevent these large gatherings from taking place. Purva, that's the update from Mumbai. But let's also go across to Bengaluru, where Sonakshi joins us with the very latest. Sonakshi, prohibitory orders will be imposed in Bengaluru city from noon onwards, starting today. What more can you tell us about the restrictions?
A very good morning to you, Rishika, and to all our viewers. I'm coming to you from Bengaluru city, and at the moment, as they say, the weather in Bangalore is always very pleasing and it is drizzling indeed. But all efforts are being made in the city to make sure that people don't take the virus, and the concerns coming out of the virus very flexibly. In fact, people there will be a section 144 in place from 12 noon till 6 a.m. tomorrow. That also means that people will not be allowed to gather. Large gatherings will be banned in Bengaluru city in these time restrictions. But it also means that people can gather only inside their houses. So in-house gatherings is allowed, but a no-man's zone will be created across prime location in the city, like Koramangala, Church Street, MG Road, Brigade Road. These are, remember, the prime locations where people usually gather in the city for their New Year bash. But unfortunately, because of the COVID restrictions and the concerns emerging out of the new virus, this new strain of virus from the UK, and 7 cases already being reported in the city, the Chief Minister has repeatedly emphasized the need to stay indoors and get tested. But yes, in Bengaluru city, there will be no New Year celebrations. Today being the New Year's Eve, people will have to stay indoors. And also, major signals, major junctions in the city will be barricaded, and the police will be on a constant monitoring parade to make sure that people don't come out of their houses to celebrate in large gatherings. Back to you.
All right, so all the so-called happening places, Sonakshi, in Bengaluru will be not so happening today. Of course, restrictions have been put in place to urge people to stay home and have low-key celebrations, so that there are no super spreader events that emerge from December the 31st. Appreciate you for joining us for the very latest.